Do you ever feel like you're living in the shadow of the woman that you are meant to be? Like there's this incredible purpose-filled version of you that you can picture, but she always seems just out of reach. Welcome back to the Deep Cup Collective. On this channel, we strive to become the ultimate woman, a woman grounded in identity, integrity, accountability, discipline, morals, and beauty that radiates from the inside out. If you are a woman who appreciates the importance of advanced critical thinking within a world of groupthink, or would like to learn how to become an exceptional woman set apart, I think you'll thoroughly enjoy it here. And if you find yourself enjoying today's video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more. Let's be real for a minute. The problem is the silent war we deal with within. There's a battle that rages inside of us every single day. And I'm sure you know that feeling, right? That sense of being at war with yourself. You wake up with the best intentions and you think today is a day that I'll be patient with my kids, or I won't get sucked into that endless mind-numbing scroll on my phone. Today, I'm sticking to the budget, being kind with my words, and actually spending time on my goals. But then life happens. Your kids spill juice, your boss is demanding, and that little voice of temptation starts to whisper. And before you know it, a sharp word slips out. You then look up and realize you've been mindlessly scrolling again, comparing your real life to someone else's curated feed. The promises you made to yourself seem to have dissolved by lunchtime. And what's left is this heavy cloak of frustration and guilt. You feel stuck in a cycle you just can't seem to break. And you start asking, what's wrong with me? Why can't I just get it together? You see the gap between the woman you are and the gap between the woman you know you have the potential to be. The patient, disciplined, joyful woman. Her feels like a distant dream. This feeling of being out of control and falling short is so exhausting. And it's a far cry from the free, abundant life you crave. A person without self-control is like a city with broken down walls, vulnerable to chaos and constant internal conflict. But what if the solution isn't just to try harder? What if the key isn't more willpower, more gritting your teeth, more beating yourself up when you fail? The secret is actually quite beautiful and counterintuitive, to tell the truth. When we think of the qualities we admire, like love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, we often overlook the one that holds them all together, which is self-control. And it's crucial that we get this next part right. The ancient Greeks had a word for this. I'm going to just put it on the screen because I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce it. But basically, it means inner strength or mastery over one's desires. But here's the life-changing difference. This isn't about forceful self-mastery through gritted teeth. It's about a deeper alignment that gives us this mastery. This kind of self-control isn't something we produce by white-knuckling our way through life. It's a quality that grows within us as we connect with our deeper values. For so long, I treated self-control like a muscle I had to build on my own, and I would strive and strain, and every time I failed, it felt like a personal failure. The breakthrough came when I realized I was trying to create a fruit I was never meant to produce on my own. A branch can't create an apple by straining. It creates an apple by staying connected to the tree, drawing life and nourishment from those roots. For me personally, that was through God. For you, it might be something different. However, in that same way, we cultivate self-control not by focusing on our own strength, but by deepening our connection to our core purpose and allowing that to work within us. It's a profound exchange. We admit our weakness, our impulsiveness, our chaos, and in return, we access a deeper source of strength, peace, and control. So, how do we actually do this? How do we go from understanding this idea to truly living it? And it all comes down to 3 intentional steps. Number 1, you have to surrender your willpower to activate the power within yourself. Basically, you just gotta let go and stop trying to take control over everything. All true personal growth begins with letting go. The world teaches us that control is about taking charge or being the master of your destiny, but in the realm of personal growth, true control is found in giving up the illusion of control. Real self-control isn't about bending the world to your plans. It's about aligning your will with your values. It's starting your day not with a rigid to-do list, but with a simple, honest intention. Today, my patience might be short and my impulses might be strong, but I surrender my knee-jerk reactions, my tongue, my thoughts, and my choices to my higher self. I'm trading my brute willpower for authentic power. I will be led by my core values. This isn't a one-time thought. It's a continuous moment-by-moment choice to yield. Okay, number 2, you need to know your battlefield and build your defenses. This journey requires emotional intelligence. You have to become a student of yourself. Where is your battlefield? Where do you consistently lose the fight? Is it with your words when you're tired? Your spending habits when you're feeling insecure? Your relationship with food when you feel lonely? We all feel this tension between our spirit and our impulses. So pinpointing your specific temptations is the first move to overcoming them. And once you know your battlefields, you can get strategic. Think of someone trying to eat healthier. They don't just try harder while sitting in a room full of junk food. They see the danger and they remove it. They build a defense. So what does that look like for you? It means building practical guardrails. If your phone is your battlefield, maybe you set up an app for timers or leave it in another room after 9 p.m. If gossip is your weak spot, if you always need the tea, you might need to find a polite way to excuse yourself from conversations that are heading in that direction. This practice is about being proactive and guarding our hearts and minds. This is not about living in fear. It's about living in wisdom and creating an environment where self-control can actually grow. Step number 3, you need to train like an athlete for the ultimate prize. Think about an Olympic athlete. Their training is so intense and it touches every part of their life. It dictates what they eat, when they sleep, how they spend their time. This isn't a punishment, it's preparation for victory. They do it for a prize that fades, but we're doing it for a lifetime of inner mastery. In the same way, our daily disciplines, like mindful reflection, or maybe even reading inspiring words and connecting with supportive people, is our personal training. This is how we renew our minds. When you immerse yourself in things that uplift you, you're not just checking a box. You are literally strengthening your mental and emotional muscles. You're loading your mind with truth to fight the lies of temptation. So when you feel the urge to crash out, your inner wisdom can remind you to be gentle. When you're tempted to feel worthless, it can remind you that you are worthy. Daily time and quiet reflection isn't a chore. It's your mental gym. It's where you train for the race, build the strength you need to exercise self-control when the pressure is on. So, what happens when we start walking in this authentic self-control? We transform. We close that gap between the woman we are and the woman we were created to be. And we start to actually become her. And this woman, her, quote unquote, if you will, you aspire to be, isn't some flawless robot. She is a woman of deep strength whose power comes directly from her alignment with her true self. Self-control is what holds all the other positive qualities together. Think about it. Without self-control, our love can be fickle, our joy can be temporary, and our peace is shattered by the slightest inconvenience. Self-control is the container that allows all the other qualities to mature and show up consistently in our lives. The transformation is both beautiful and quite practical. Instead of being a city with broken down walls, you now become a strong, fortified city, a place of peace and order. Instead of being a slave to your impulses, you start walking in true freedom. The woman who once reacted with sharp words now learns to respond with grace. The woman who looked for comfort in fleeting things now has her eyes on more meaningful prizes. She isn't perfect, but her life is no longer defined by chaos. It's defined by the quiet, steady, powerful presence of her own inner wisdom. She is a woman who, in her small daily choices, reflects the values that she holds dear. The journey to becoming her isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. It's a process of growth, not a standard of perfection. The most beautiful thing about fruit is that it grows slowly over time with patience and care. The key is to stop striving in your own strength and start aligning with your inner wisdom. True, authentic self-control is never a testament to your willpower, but it is a beautiful testimony to the power of inner alignment working within you. It is the key that can unlock your transformation. Let me know down in the comments, what is one area of your life where you feel the need to surrender your willpower? Let's acknowledge that we've tried to do this with force for too long and we're tired. Let's surrender our struggles, our impulses, and our obsessive need for control. Let's ask our deepest selves to cultivate that quality of self-control within us. Let's choose to be transformed from the inside out. Let's become the woman of strength, grace, and purpose we were always destined to be. Always with love, signed out, the Deep Cut Collective.